This is the Owen's Oddyssey podcast. Thank you for being here. How are you getting on? Hope you're all keeping well out there. My name is Owen Colgan. Welcome very much to Owen's Oddyssey, a podcast where I take a deep dive into the internet and see what's going on. Take off this jacket. I was outside there in the garden, and every time before a podcast, what I like to do is I like to do some arm curls and some, one of those ones to the sky. I think they're called, what are they called again? Sky raises or something. I forget the name of them anyway, but that's what I was doing in the garden, and I was doing a bit of those star jumps just to get the blood pumping a small bit, but unfortunately the blood is going a bit too much now, and I'm kind of out of breath, and I'm beginning to feel it, to be honest. But anyways, great to have you here. Thanks very much for joining me today on Owen's Oddyssey. My name is Owen, and unfortunately we don't have Adam with us today. He's gone across the country. He didn't want me to say too much, but let's just say he's gone across the country. I won't give away too much about what Adam's up to right now, but let's just say it's interesting, and he's going to be talking about it next week when we move into town to our new office space. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're hoping to have you there with us, and it's going to be very exciting. To celebrate, I'll have an old Beamish for myself, seeing as though it's Thursday. God bless you. And I went into the shop today. The thing about Beamish I love is that you just pour it straight. No more waiting around. No more waiting around when it comes to Beamish. Just straight into the glass. And there you go. Right, coming up this week, we're going to be talking about scratch cards, the Olympics, Sports Corner, Michael Jackson stealing moves, and stress. If you're feeling the pinch, we have somebody in studio later on to talk to us about that. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks very much for watching. Please do not forget to hit that like, hit the subscribe button, please, man. And check out the Patreon as well if you don't mind. Check that out, spread the word if you can, and I'd really appreciate that. So let's get stuck into it. Tell everyone about this podcast, please. I was chatting to someone today, right? And they were saying to me that Kevin Spacey's making a comeback. And I started checking up about what Kevin Spacey's been up to. And it turns out that he was putting his crotch into people's faces, people in plays and stuff like that. Young lads, really. Now, it didn't give away the age. Maybe they're not allowed to mention the age. But Kevin Spacey was basically, and I don't want to get in trouble here by saying this, but this is what I read on the internet. Kevin Spacey was putting his crotch into young lads' face, and now he's making a comeback because some people say he's a very good actor. So make of that what you will, but it does raise a question. And the question would be, the likes of P. Diddy, and I know I talked about this last week, but by God, the gang is grown. The likes of R. Kelly, Kevin Spacey, P. Diddy, Gary Glitter was on the shop the other day playing away, and I thought to myself, I was in I don't know what shop it was, Centra, one of those shops. I said, that better go off straight away. Gary Glitter's, he's a bad bastard. Put it off. But the song was good, so I decided, you know what, it's a good song. Maybe we can take that away from him. Kevin Spacey, should he make a comeback? I'm not quite sure about this. What do you think yourself? Do let me know if he should make a comeback, or is he an absolute pervert that should be locked up, put to prison, the key thrown away, and not talked about ever again? I seen a movie with him recently where he's playing some, let me see what the hell it was called, Kevin Spacey movies. Let's see now. Let's see. He's got that weird look about him, Kevin Spacey. I don't know what I trust him fully. I don't know what I trust him fully. I don't know what he's done, but I do not know what I trust that man fully. Just purely going from instinct, just looking at his face. Kevin Spacey Fowler, that's his name. He's an American actor known for his work on stage and screen. He's received numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, a BAFTA. Jesus, he's done well. But he's making a comeback. Movies, let's see. People are talking about it. Some people are talking about it. Some people are thinking he shouldn't be anywhere near the scene at all. And I personally would not trust him as far as I could throw him, but he's a great actor. The movie that he was in was, I think it might have been called, let me see, I don't see it there now. Anyways, I think we've talked enough about Kevin Spacey for one day. And he's not even part of this podcast, to be honest. But somebody brought up the other day, and I just thought I'd ask you to see what you thought. Anyways, this Beamish is tasty. Oh, 4%, is it? It's about a 4%er. Now, I'm beginning to realise in my old age that the 2 to 3 cans is the perfect amount, and any more than that, it starts to get messy, and any less than that, it's not messy enough. So I find the 2 to 3 cans is the sweet spot. But you know, it got me thinking as well. You see all these drink ads on TV and they always say at the end, drink responsibly. Now, the thing is, I don't think they actually want you to drink responsibly, because if you did, their sales would go down. So what does responsibly mean to those companies? You know, the big ones, the big drink companies. What does drinks responsibly mean? Does it mean have 1 pint? What's a responsible? So you can still talk. Some people can have 10 pints. At the end of the day, they're all trying to sell their stuff. Speaking of trying to sell stuff, I had an idea the other day, and it was involving these rice cakes here, which I recently became very addicted to. And they're one of those things you get in the shop there, the rice cake. And delicious. And it feels healthy for you because the rice, but then you have the cake as well. So you got a mixture of the two worlds. And I was thinking, if I was Damien Rice and I was trying to maybe make a few quid, Damien Rice cakes. Next segment. The Olympics are here, and they're going to be in Paris July 26, 2024. And we're sending over some tough people to the Olympics. This is, let me see, the games of the XXXIII, whatever the hell that means. XXX, probably Greek, is it? What number is that? Just so we can find out what number Olympics this is. This is the 33rd Olympics. And I only found this out a little while ago, but one of the best medalist in the Olympics for Ireland is a fella called Michael Sheridan. And he's from Mayo. And he's a fine man. And he went over to America and he signed up, maybe for the American team, but could be for the Irish team, I forget. He went over to America. He trained a bit there. He had the training from here as well. And he went to the Olympics then, in London, I believe. And he picked up 5 gold medals, 3 silver medals. And you're telling me that there's not goodness in the land around here. You're telling me that you need to go away. But no, you don't. Well, he did go to America now, in fairness to him. So, Irish-American Martin Sheridan was the world's finest all-round athlete until the arrival of Jim Thorpe. Let's not talk about that fella. 5 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze. In addition to winning the discus at the 1904 and 1908 Olympic Games, Sheridan won the Greek-style discus as well as 2 bronze medals in the standing long jump in 1908. To these 4 Olympic medals, he added 2 gold medals in discus and shot put, as well as 3 silver medals in the stone throw and the standing at the Intercalated Games in 1906. What the hell does Intercalated Games mean? I'm going to check the web now again. Intercalated Games. The 1906 Intercalated Games was an international multi-sport event that was celebrated in Athens, Greece. Sounds like the Olympics. Anyways, there's a fella called Martin Sheridan. He's from Mayo. He is the biggest medal-winning Olympian from Ireland. And I think he needs to be celebrated a bit more. I think we need to talk about him every single day. And I think let's spread the word. If anyone asks you about the Olympics, tell them, well, there's a fella from County Mayo called Michael Sheridan. Martin Sheridan. And he won the Olympics. Plenty of medals. And there's a few people going over, like Jack Marley going over. He's going over doing a bit of boxing this year as well at the Olympics. Good luck to him. And hopefully Ireland do well at the Olympics. The Cubans will be there. They're tough guys. Americans will be there, no doubt. And the Chinese will be there as well. They'll be tough. And all the teams together. It's, you know, when you're competing against a country of so many people, it's going to be difficult to keep up with them. Like we'll say now, Olympics teams. We'll say contestants. Let me see. List of countries participating in the Summer Olympics. That's too much. Judo. They're on about getting rid of wrestling as well at the Olympics. Where do Olympians keep their medals? That's a different topic altogether. Let me see. How many Olympians per country? The Games have been held in 19 countries over 5 continents. 4 times in the United States, 3 times in Great Britain, twice each in Greece. You'd think Greece would have it a bit more, considering that they're the ones that came up with it. France twice, Germany twice, Australia twice, Japan twice, and a few other places. the odd time here and there. Who's the biggest? Who's won the most medals? What country has won the most medals in the Olympics? United States, they've won 2,631 medals. They do get very competitive, the Americans. If you watch them at the Olympics, they get very into it. Sometimes you see them and you're like, that guy's definitely on drugs. Definitely. Some of the wrestlers, I don't know if they're American wrestlers or they're Russian fellas or they're... I know there's not an awful lot of Irish lads going wrestling over there this year. But you'd see them and you're like, these guys are definitely on drugs. And some of the runners as well. 100-meter sprinters, you look at them and you think, they're definitely on something. Now, mind you, Usain Bolt, unbelievable. A gifted athlete and one of the best ever. I never really liked running, but when I used to see Usain Bolt, I thought, man, this is it now. I want to be Jamaican and I want to start running. Please check out my Patreon. Now, there's a video out there that people say is a video that Michael Jackson copied Dancer from. And he copied this fella's dance, apparently. Now, I never really seen it before, but somebody sent me this the other day and I was looking at it. And I thought, at the beginning I was like, no. But then after a few minutes I thought, do you know what? I think this actually could be where Michael Jackson got his dance moves from. Because when you think about Michael Jackson, you think one of the greatest performers the world has ever seen. And then you see James Brown, you think, okay, well, he probably copied his moves off James Brown. But when you watch this video, you think, do you know what? Michael Jackson, you couldn't trust anything he did. Starts off with a snake, right? And the kid is just walking around the snake. And then the snake turns into a fella up in a tree. Okay. Weird enough. Now we'll keep going down and he's just like standing there at the tree talking away to the kid. And then he starts dancing. And this is where it starts to become a bit like Michael Jackson.
If you would like to cure the fever called life, get some relief from all the struggle.
What's going on there, doll? I don't know.
The grandest medicine
Kid is sitting in the tree like an old toy.
Is under your nose, a snake in the grass.
Like where's that place? Is that a different planet or what's going on? Like where is the child's parents? What's going on there? What's the dance all about? I don't know. He looks like a bit of a creep as well. Like I don't think you'd be leaving your son around with that fella, would you? Is he smoking an old rollie, is it? Or? But anyway, gets into it. And he starts doing all these different moves. And the more you see it, the more you think, oh, you can definitely see where Michael Jackson got the moves from. See that move there, the little shimmy. It's all about the shimmy with this fella, and I think that's exactly what Michael Jackson was probably at home one day and he was watching YouTube and he came across this video. And he thought, I'll have that.
Like to leave that inhuman race and take up residence out yonder.
This guy's browser history definitely needs to be checked. He looks dodgy.
Ready to go traveling on, sit
yeah,
right
I think we might skip on from this one now.
Bring him best wishes from his fallen.
What's he doing up there now? How did he get up there?
Snake in the grass. A snake in the grass.
Definitely a creep if ever there was one. Like how? Geez, in fairness to him, he must be handy enough though to get up there in the rock. And he's got one of those tiny swords, you see. Nearly killed the child there. Bit more Michael Jackson. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he's copying Michael Jackson or? The shimmy's there. A little bit of a twirl there now. You wouldn't see Michael Jackson in that now, in fairness. That's pretty good. That bit of a jump there, I definitely think Michael Jackson copied that. Look at it here again now. Definitely think Michael Jackson copied that now. That bit there. Possibly. You never know You'd never know what Michael Jackson was looking at online, so I don't know. What do you reckon? Was Michael Jackson copying that fella? What pisses you off? Let me know. uncolly@gmail.com. Now, what's been bothering you this week? Last week we looked at the wheel of emotion and we picked out different emotions that myself and Adam were feeling. This week I'm doing this thing called stressed at the wheel, and we're going to be talking about some of those feelings that you get when you're driving your car on the road and you just get stressed and you're in the car on your own things could be going well. You could be on a long journey. At the beginning of the journey, it always starts off great because you're thinking about your coffee or you're thinking about pulling into a garage and getting something to eat. But then the journey slowly progresses to you just sitting in the car and getting slowly but surely more angry at the traffic that you see on the road. And this is why I've created this game called The Stress at the Wheel. What things do you think about? The other day I was driving away and I was pissed off because I pulled a muscle on my groin just from standing out of the car to go into the garage to pay for diesel. And I'm out of breath even saying that. And I don't like to be out of breath so easily. So I need to get back into the fitness now again. Need to do some running, long-term running. You know what I did? My mistake there a few years ago was I told everyone I was doing a marathon. And everyone kept going, "Are you going to do a marathon, man? Jeez, fair play to you." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do a marathon." And they were like, "Are you running far?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, 15, 16. And at the time I was running 15 or 16K. It was at the point where I used to run so much that people would see me in the pub the weekend. They'd be like, "Oh, I seen you out running this week." Everyone seen me out running. This is down Belmullet. I was running I'm running everywhere. 15, 16. I remember running one time and I was like, I don't think I can stop. I don't think I can stop if I wanted to stop. And where I was living in Belmullet, there was a big loop. Really, really, really big loop. And you could keep adding extra roads onto it. It was down bog roads and over mountains and everything like that. And it'd be just you and the sheep and the cows looking at you. And it could be raining, as it often is out there. And you'd be running, and you could add another bit onto your run if you wanted, another 5K here or there. And I was doing 5K, then 6K, bang, 7K, bang, got a Fitbit for myself, bang, 10K. Looking at my steps then the day, it was like 30,000 steps. I was like, I've got this. And I got up to about 15 or 16K. And I was telling everyone, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do the marathon. And they're like, "Oh, but it's not on this year." I was like, well, I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to do my own marathon. I'm going to run whatever, what is it, 42K? Going to do that, no problem. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to get a medal for that. And then I might start climbing mountains. And because I kept telling everybody, and when you tell somebody, this is something that I'm still trying to learn. Don't fucking tell anyone anything. Because as soon as they find out, and you've told them, and they congratulate you. People were saying to me, "Congratulations on the marathon." I hadn't even fucking done it. And they were saying, "Congratulations on the marathon." And I was like, "Thanks very much." And I was taking all this, what you call it? I don't know, dopamine, we'll say. Call it dopamine. Taking all this dopamine. And I was like, this is brilliant, man. I feel best I've ever felt. I felt like Sonia Sullivan. Genuinely, I felt great. And I just stopped doing it. I just cut down the run and stopped doing it. And you'd miss a few days. The thing with the running is you got to keep at it the whole time. You got to have fairly decent shoes too, because you'll start getting cuts in your feet. And not only will you need the motivation to get out there on the road, but you'll have these cuts in your feet and you're like, am I going to push through this? And then if you get one or two other things together, like you might have a pair of shoes and your toe might pop out of them. And before you know it, you're inside, the shoes are just in the corner stinking the gaff up. Get rid of them, start again. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. Now I'd be happy for on 2 or 3K, stopping half the time. Sometimes be on the phone, scroll. I'm so mad at myself right now. I'd be out there on that road, going for walks, scrolling on the fucking phone. Give it a break. Wouldn't even know I've gone for a walk sometimes, come back. Pathetic, I wouldn't have seen anything. So, back into the fitness anyways. I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably a lot of running. Probably kettlebell. P90X is on the cards. But anyways, we'll see where that gets me. Because at the same time, if a man was to go for a six-pack, imagine you got a six-pack right now. Imagine you had a six-pack. You could be dead tomorrow. And it's not like they're going to bury you without your top. Which would be no good to you anyway, because you wouldn't know that people are looking at you going, "Jeez, man, he's fucking dead, but he's in good shape. Look at the body in him." This is another thing that's been bothering me. You know when you walk into a shop nowadays and they have a one-way system. So once you get into the shop, you better fucking pick something up. Because if you don't, you're going to have to squeeze past that small little gate and people are like, what was he doing in here? Happened to me the other day twice in Aldi. I went in halfway through it. I thought, geez, I need the bathroom badly. Went over to a member of staff. I said, "Excuse me, is there a bathroom here?" "Yeah, if you go down to till 2, they'll give you a key." I went down to till 2. And the woman behind the till was like, we don't have any bathroom here. I was like, oh no, but the woman told me, she said to me, you had a bathroom. No, we don't have a bathroom here. Well, one of you is fucking lying. Because I didn't come in here and make it up. It's not like some sort of prank. I'm not trying to hold up the queue here. So I had to go looking for this other lady that told me about this fake bathroom. She made up a fake bathroom. I don't know. Maybe she heard me wrong. Maybe I said it wrong. Maybe I was in a bit of a rush, in fairness. It was one of those ones that crept up on you. You know that kind of way? You know when you have a coffee in the morning, it could be Saturday, and you're a bit more relaxed about things. And you go out and you have a coffee, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a shop, and you're like, fuck, I need to get out of here quick. And I was in Aldi and I had to go past one of those gates, ran out the door, ran across to a shop called Next. Do you have any bathrooms? No, we've no. Why would they have bathrooms? Why would they have bathrooms? Makes no sense. Ran into TK Maxx. Thank God they had a bathroom. And tell you one thing, it was a close call. But what I'm saying is, get rid of those one-way systems in the shops, and then you won't have those kind of things happening. Please check out my Patreon. Okay, so do you feel a lot of stress in your life? Are you feeling the pinch? Do you find yourself screaming into the pillow and biting it sometimes in the middle of the night because you're too scared about what tomorrow holds? Well, fear not, because we have a very special meditation guru who's going to help us figure out stress in life and maybe a couple of tips on how we can navigate this crazy, crazy world just a little bit easier. Make things easier for ourselves. So here on the line with me is a very special meditation guru, Al Ways. Al, how are you?
I'm exceptional. Yourself?
I'm very good, thank you.
Excellent.
So tell me, stress, why do we feel it?
Yeah. Good question. Why do we feel stress? It's a great little question. We feel stress because our bodies are so attuned to fearing being attacked by an animal such as a tiger or a lion or a monkey. And so we've continued to hold on to these stress cells inside the body to protect us from anything that doesn't appear to serve us. But stress comes in many different forms, and it's inherent throughout society. It's actually important that we have it. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's important that we have this sense of stress, but it gets to a level where it takes over too much, and then you end up, flipping out in a shop and losing the run of yourself, and it can happen to the best of us.
Okay, and tell me, how do we feel it?
How? What?
Like
what?
How? Like how? Like where in the body do you feel it?
Where? Well, you feel stress all over your body, and it's simple as that. I get asked this question a lot, and it's so stupid. Stress can be anywhere in the body. It can literally be on your fingertips. And you can feel it there like a little twinge. And it's almost like a pressure valve that needs to be released. And there's trapped nerves inside there. But, there's ways around that. There's ways to deal with your stress. And I have a lot of techniques that can show you the way out. I show you the way out of that stress world into a world of glory and happiness and hope.
Okay, so tell me this as well, Al. Why is society so stressed? Like, it seems like, Al, if you walk down the town, there's a bit more stress in the air. Is that just me? Or what is that? Am I projecting there, am I?
Well, I guess you are projecting there a small bit, but I would say this, that social media has a lot to answer for, and also hardcore pornography.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does. It makes sense, yeah.
That's got a lot of blood in its hands for what it's done to all of us, to add to the stress factor. And then you throw on top of that a cocktail of coffee, doom scrolling, and just this unsureness about the future of society and our imminent death.
Okay.
Then it's a very stressful world out there, and it's just about trying to navigate that, if that makes sense.
And I believe you have a mantra for us. You've got a mantra. A mantra, of course, for the viewer or for myself, is something you continually say over and over again. Now, can I ask you this question, Al? A mantra, would that not just be just you wrecking your own head? What is a mantra?
Yeah, mantra. So what a mantra is, it's a repetition of a sentence or a phrase or something that is meaningful to you and something that's important that you can remember in times of stress. So, for example, it could be, I love me, I love me, I love me. Or it could be simply a sound like, something as very simple as that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. And can you show us?
I can, of course, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, this is Al Ways, one of the best Western meditation gurus you're ever likely to see. Al, thank you very much for your time. Please take it away.
Thank you. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes.
Yeah, let's go.
And now I want you to breathe in through your nose for 9 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lovely. And out. And what this does is this circulates the air that's inside your body already, but it's been sitting there in your lungs getting all toxic and dirty. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to clear out that air and bring in some of that fresh air that's just all around us. I'm just grabbing air from everywhere. Just grabbing air from all over each and every particle I can get up my nostrils, So let's go again for one more round. Okay, so close your eyes. Breathe in for 9 seconds. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then hold it there for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you can. And then out. And then what I want you to do, on your way out, that's when you practice the mantra. And that is, they cannot hurt me.
They will not defeat me.
They cannot hurt me.
They will not
repeat that if you
defeat
like.
me.
They cannot hurt me.
They will not defeat me.
hurt me. They
They will
cannot
not defeat
hurt me. They can't hurt me. Because I've been hurt enough. So they can't continue to hurt me. Okay? So yeah, you broke me down. Well, guess what? I'm built myself up again. In my own vision. Not in your stupid vision. You do not control me anymore. Not physically, not emotionally. So back the fuck up. Yeah? Capiche? You speak Italian, do you? And breathe in. And out through the nose. Okay, that should make you feel less stressed.
Well, thank you very much, Al Ways, and thank you very much at home for watching.
Thank you very much, Owen. I appreciate it.
Join me next week where Adam will be back and we'll be in a brand new studio and I'm looking forward to chatting to you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of topics coming up down the road. It's going to be very exciting. But if you have any questions you want to get off your chest, we're going to be doing a midweek podcast as well. Oh yes, that's right. A midweek podcast. Sorry, I got that wrong. Midweek podcast, okay? Please check it out. It's going to be online very soon as well. Spread the word, please. Thank you very much for watching.